Vancouver has 7 games left in the regular season, and we currently hold sole possession of first place in the Western Conference thanks to a victory last episode against the Golden State Warriors by 20 points on the road. So, now we have 4 away games and 3 home games left, and we end the year against the Pelicans, and that could be a massive game. It could be even more important than the one against the Warriors because the Pelicans are currently 1 game back from us. Now, they do have 2 more games played than we do, but they could still be the team that is in our way of the 1 seed come April 15th. So that is the game that we're probably going to focus on today unless we clinch the 1 seed earlier than that for some reason. But I still might watch that game regardless because the Pelicans are a very good team, and it'll be a nice way to end out the season. But one move I do want to make before we do anything else is call up Todd Graves. Not to play him, but in case we need him for defense during the series, and also just to get his morale hopefully higher because he's pretty pissed that he was sent down into the G League. But we're going to call him back up, and he'll be our primary player off of the bench for defense if we have to go and do that. But otherwise, we're going to keep things as they are for the time being. Not going to make any adjustments because we are playing some winning basketball. And I'm going to sim here game by game. So first is against the Pacers. And we lost it. And Bobo is hurt. This cannot be how we start. He's got a left foot stress fracture. He's going to miss about a month of the season. Man, this is the worst time for this. It is the worst time. And so I think, wait, what happened to the lineup? I'm supposed to adjust it manually. It just did it itself. What's going on? I have no idea what it's done to our lineup. It just automatically changed it itself. It screwed everything up. Okay, I have successfully got our lineup back to what it was before. And I'm going to bring in Chuma Okeke for some playing time at power forward. That's where he will be stationed pretty much the entire time. So we lose a lot of height because he's only 6'6", but he can provide some offense and some defense, but he will not be the focal point, obviously, of the backups. Otherwise, we'll keep the minutes as they are, and hopefully this will be enough for us to win these next couple of games. And we did lose against the Pacers. They blew us out. Ja had 31, 7, and 15. The Woodsmen got 28 for Anderson and 20 for Keldon Johnson. Payne had 19, but Halliburton did not have a good day. Carney shot poorly. This could have used better days from a lot of our players. And then we lose to a very good Boston Celtics team. They allowed 124. Looks like we have 4 players score 21 points or more, and Halliburton had 21 and 20. How do we possibly lose this? We had a great day from our starters and from Carney. Luka had 31, 10, and 6. Tatum had 20 and 7. I'm shocked that we lost this game. So we start off with 2 losses, and now the Pelicans have first place. Do we beat the Pistons? No, we lose to them. This can't be happening. It's the worst time for this. And now the Warriors have a whole game up on us. That Bobo injury was crucial. In the loss against Detroit, Will Anderson at 23 and 9. Or Wendell Anderson at 23 and 9. Zach LaVine at 21. The Woodsmen got 29 from Simon Anderson. 19 and 9 from Keldon. A poor shooting day from Halliburton. Carney shot poorly. Payne shot poorly. Okeke was 2 for 9. I don't know. They only shot 41%. 4 games left. This is our first 3-game losing streak in months, man. The worst time for this. The absolute worst time for this injury to happen. We haven't lost 3 games in a row since November. And now we have here. So Okeke has played in 2 games so far, and he has shot 3 for 14 in total. Might take him out. Even though he hasn't been bad, he's averaging, like 5.5 and 5.5, other than the shooting. I don't know. I don't know if he's the issue, really. But now we're facing a very bad Magic team, struggling Rockets team, and a sub 500 Hawks team. If we don't beat all three of these teams, we are in trouble. We do take down the Magic, thankfully. We blew them out. Anderson at 28, Keldon Johnson at 24, Carney 18 points, Halliburton 16 and 14, and Payne a double-double as well. Okeke much better today, 5 and 5 and 2 for 3. Looks like Pollard had 7 assists off the bench. Magic had 18 for Desmond Bane, but nobody else really did a whole lot. And now we have the same record as the Warriors, but they have the tiebreaker, and we have the tiebreaker over the Pelicans, who also have the same record. The Spurs have played one more game than we have, and they're a half game back, and the Nuggets are only 1 game back. So we need to hope that the Warriors lose, and we need to win out. So I am going to do this. I'm going to simcast the first half of this game and see what happens. Looks like it's pretty back and forth here in the first quarter. Second quarter going the Woodsman way. And we end the half with a double-digit lead. We'll sim a little bit here in the second half. We'll jump in the fourth quarter if it gets close. Looks like the Rockets are going to make that the case here towards the end of the third quarter. Still in front. Go to the fourth. Trading buckets here. Still holding on to a double-digit lead, just barely. They're in arm's reach. But it looks like we're going to come out on top in this game against the Rockets, thankfully. We get our 50th win of the year against the Rockets, where Jabari Smith drops 29. Bellamy had 16, Kyrie had 15, but the Woodsmen got 31 for Anderson and 27 and 13 from Don Payne, one of his best games of the year. Halliburton 16 points, 13 assists, 6 for 12. Keldon Johnson and Okeke both had 15 points. Carney had 13. Really solid production from the bench in this game, and we need it until Bol comes back. With 2 games left on the schedule, we have a 1-game lead over 4 teams. The Warriors, Nuggets, Spurs, and Pelicans. This is as tight as it can possibly get with 2 games left. If we just win out, then we secure. So if we beat the Hawks, and the Pelicans win, then the winner of that game, I believe, gets the 1 seed. But the Pelicans are at the bottom. So here's what I'll do. I still want to watch a game against the Pelicans because they're a good team and it'll be a nice litmus test for more of what we're capable of. But the Hawks are still here. So we're going to simcast the first half and we'll jump in if it's close. This game is absolutely crucial. If we win it, then it'll be difficult for us to lose out on the 1 seed. But the Hawks are putting together a really nice first half, and we are not. We're still within arm's reach, but they have gone out to a double-digit lead by halftime. Third quarter, we're trying to close the gap, and we are. And still a Hawks lead. They're trying to fight back to increase their lead to what it was. And we're going to the fourth quarter losing. And let's jump in to watch the rest of it. Down by 6, 8:06 to go. It's 98-92. A win here is very important. Hey guys, Future Stumpy here. Just want to make a quick note that the initial footage that I recorded for this game got messed up, so I had to restart my recording. And unfortunately, the game had saved with like 1 minute left. So that's what you're watching right now is the last minute. I don't have the other footage. I'm sorry. Carney for 3. There's no way. I actually can't believe it. We just tied the game. 119 to 119. Roby gets by Anderson for 2. No. Down by 2. And we turn it over. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is incredible. Trae Young just deflects a pass from Halliburton. That is unreal, man. Wait, like, did he even do it? It hit his head? He's trying to find Keldon Johnson, who's wide open, and he throws the pass off Trae Young's head, and he gets a steal. Only in Vancouver. That's unbelievable. And that essentially ends the game. This is the second to last game in the season. If we win this game, we nearly secure first place. Come on. Deep shot from Hallie, no good. This game's over. Free throws from Trae Young will cement the victory for the Hawks. Oh man, I would have loved to beat all three of these sub-500 teams. Make it a lot easier for us. But instead, we dropped the third one. Giving up 127, man, to a team that is about to play their last game of the season. Unbelievable. Gotta do better. Both teams score 40 plus in the fourth quarter, but you lose. Anderson at 25, Keldon Johnson at 23, Halliburton at 21 and 9, Howard at 14 off the bench, Payne only 12 and 7. I mean, you look at the box score and think that you probably win this game based off of this, but we don't. Because Trae Young apparently at 37, 6 and 9, Patrick Baldwin at 23. Mathurin at 22 and Jalen Johnson at 17. Both teams shot 51%. I mean, they shot worse than three than we did, but they took more and they hit more. And they had 11 more free throws than we had. And that's pretty much why we lost this game. 13 turnovers does not help for sure. And now, with one game left, Carney has a bruised tip. Fun. We are now in line for the third seed. It is a 5-way tie. 5 teams have a 50 and 31 record, including us. But if the Warriors or the Nuggets win their last game of the year, either of them, then they secure it over us. The Warriors have the tiebreaker over the rest of the teams. We have a tiebreaker, I believe, over the Spurs and Pelicans, but not over the Warriors and Nuggets based off what I see here. If we beat the Pelicans, that might change. I'm not entirely sure how it works. But the most important game of this season is now the last one. Losing Bobo, man, that completely shattered. It just shattered it. Granted, we still should have won, but man, that is brutal to lose 4 out of our last 6 going into the last game of the season. Absolutely brutal. So on the Daily View, who plays today? Well, a couple of teams already have, and it looks like the Spurs won their game. Okay. Know that much. They beat the Sound. Looks like most teams have played before our game. It's right here. So, still don't know about the Nuggets or the Warriors. The Warriors face the Grizzlies, so that is a tough matchup. The Nuggets face the Celtics, who are the best team in the entire league. So, we are hoping for a Grizzlies win and a Celtics win. And obviously hoping for a win ourselves against the Pelicans. Pelicans, by the way, have no injuries to their team, and we have Bobo out and Carney with a bruised, I think hip it was, or a heel or something. So he is going to be a little bit worse than usual, but he still needs to play. We're going to have Anderson guard Tyrone Murphy in this game. We're going to have Halliburton guard Shadon Sharp. We'll have Don Payne guard Zion, obviously. We're going to keep tight pressure on him pretty much the entire way. We're going to smother him on ball pressure. And for now, I'll wait on changing screens, but we're going to watch the entire game, or the vast majority of it. Might sim a couple of minutes towards the end of the first and third quarters maybe. But other than that, we'll probably watch pretty much the whole game. We'll have Payne guard him. And they're going to be starting the Time Lord at center. So I want to see what Vanderbilt can do, because I think they're pretty much both 6'9", 6'10". So we'll have Vandy on him, but if we need to switch those two guys, then we can. But this is going to be a tough game. They have a really good roster. So here we go on the road at the Smoothie King Center. It is the last game of the regular season, and we have a shot at securing the first overall seed here in the Western Conference, but so do the Pelicans, I think. They might not actually, but if we win this game, I think we might actually have a shot if the Warriors and Nuggets lose. Halliburton misses his first shot, but Payne is there for the put-in for our first bucket of the day. Zion against Payne. Can his defense stop him? No, he gets shrugged off on the first play. We'll see how Zion tries to operate on the offensive end throughout this game, because we've seen these two battle previously, and usually Zion takes a lot of shots. Halliburton for three again. That's too high arcing. We had Anderson wide open on a cut, but Payne missed him. Sharp gets down low against Keldon Johnson, who is not who I had on him, and he scores after a pump fake. Halliburton to Anderson for three. His first shot falls. Zion trying to work on Payne again. Instead, Sharp's wide open for three. God, how does that happen? Like, Halliburton just got sucked onto Zion for like no good reason whatsoever. Halliburton to Anderson. Nice pump fake. He finds Payne at the rim for two. He hits the free throws. That's the first foul on Williams. First free throw. Left it short. Got a knock. Shots we get at the charity stripe, but he goes 0 for 2. This can't be how this game starts. Diallo double clutches and scores. It's 9-5. Vanderbilt feeds Halliburton in the paint against Tyrone Murphy. He steps back, then attacks. Go up, man. He does, and he's fouled. Halliburton should knock these down. A much better free throw shooter than Don Payne. First one good. Second one up and good as well. Williams to Sharp. Another three. It's good. Payne finds Anderson. He hesitates, then fires and scores. Screen from Zion. Sharp waits for him. Goes over the top, and he's fouled by Hallie. 3-point play opportunity. Free throw. Up and good. Our defense currently can't get any stops. Keldon Johnson. Wide open three. It's good. Nice shot. Zion sets the screen. Murphy fades away. That's offline, and Payne pulls it down. Murphy shooting 46% this year from the field. Vanderbilt's open at the rim, and Keldon Johnson has the assist. Nice look. But Tyrone Murphy averaging about, 12 points per game and 3.5 boards, 3.7 assists this season, about 26 minutes of action per game. Payne gets a steal. Deflected the pass from Sharp. Halliburton steps back to the three-point line and then lobs it, but Williams swats the lob. Bad pass. Now they lob it up to Sharp, and they're up by 3. Double screen for Halliburton. Baseline drive, taking Sharp down low. Backing him down and missing the layup. You got Payne guarding Murphy. Why? And of course, Williams gets the offensive board. Off the screen, Halliburton has an open look, and he's fouled on a shot that he made. That's the second one already on the Time Lord. A big foul. And a big bucket as well. Free throw is up and good as Franklin checks in for the Pelicans, with Robert Williams having 2 fouls. This year, Franklin has 8 points and 8 boards off the bench, so really good bench production as Murphy scores over Halliburton. Can we get a stop besides the 2 turnovers we forced? This is ridiculous. They've hit almost every shot. Off-ball screen for Keldon Johnson. He gets the feed from Halliburton, but Diallo stops him in his tracks. Shot clock winding down, and Sharp strips it from Anderson. Feed Zion against Vanderbilt from the elbow. Can they miss a shot? Seriously. Screen from Payne. Halliburton fires off it and missed the shot. On the other end, Sharp drives and scores. Immediate 2 points on the other end. And just like that, we're down by 8. Anderson, open three-pointer. Online, he's got 8 points. Screen from Zion. Payne drops down low. Sharp has a decent look, but he missed it this time. Halliburton to Keldon Johnson this time. His shot is up and in. Eduardo Diaz working on Anderson. They call it a foul? Are you serious? This guy's 5'9". He is not getting a shot up over a 6'6" player like Anderson, man. What a horseshit call. First free throw up and good. He's got like 9.8 assists in the last couple of weeks off the bench, averaging 7.3 and 7.2 on the season. Pollard checks in for the Woodsmen. So does Okiki and Zubats. Keep Keldon Johnson and Anderson out there, so see if those two guys can provide the bulk of the offense. Pollard gets by Diaz and gets inside for 2. Nice work. Travis Franklin, the screen. Zagorac throws it right to Zubats. It's a turnover. We'll watch one more offensive play as Pollard gets to the rim and lays it in. Nice finger roll. That'll close the game to 1. We're going to sim probably about 6 minutes of action to watch the last 9 of the first half now. 8:55 to go in the first half. We have the ball down by 2. It's 41-39. We almost just turned the ball over right there on the handoff, but thankfully he did not dribble the ball across the line. Pollard with it, fading away. No good, but Payne tips it in to tie things up. Zion and Sharp have played every game and started every game this year for the Pelicans. They have not missed a single minute of action. Although Sharp has played like on average 4 more minutes than Zion has. As that shot is off the mark and Payne pulls it down up ahead to Carney. He spins and he goes to Pollard, who almost turned the ball over. Halliburton though down low, fires and missed it. Sharp once again gets a stop down low. He's played some solid paint defense on Halliburton thus far. Sharp to Zion. Backing down. Payne. No, it's a lob over the top. Pollard off the screen. Goes back to Vanderbilt. And he's fouled by Sharp, his first. Vanderbilt's a pretty solid free throw shooter. Hovers around 70%. Definitely better than what we're used to from years previous. First one up and in. Second one good as well. Sharp has it. Time counting down for the Pelicans. Can we get a stop? Mid-ranger is good from Shadon Sharp. Nice screen from Payne. Pollard has it swatted out of bounds by the Time Lord. He was trying to lay that in from several feet out. Vanderbilt will inbound. 2, Tyrese Halliburton in the corner. Sets a screen, and he goes back to him. Vandy against Zion. Please don't shoot this. It's not your shot. Or maybe it is. Wow. Sharp, step back 3. No good. A chance for us to get back out in front here. Halliburton takes Murphy down low and lays it in to put the Woodsmen in front for the first time in a little bit. Murphy to Sharp. Thought twice about shooting. He finds Schultz top of the key for 3, and he can shoot those, but he missed it. And Zion's there on the offensive glass. Carney, open 3 off the feed from Hall. He got it to go. He has been pretty damn good from 3 when we have watched him this season. I've really liked seeing him pull the trigger on those. Zion against Payne. Steps back. Payne's there in his face. And he gets the stop, but Williams gets the offensive board this time. And we call timeout. Both teams have shot incredibly well here in the first half, both around 63-64%. High screen for Halliburton. He attacks, and he drew the third foul on Williams. First free throw, up and in. Second one is up and good too. It's back to 3-point lead. Schultz to Murphy, now to Williams. Time counting down. Keldon Johnson gets the steal. Bad pass from the Time Lord. Johnson is fouled on the other end. That's the first on Schultz. 4 free throws for the Woodsmen. We've already taken plenty more than they have, and gonna add on to it. First one good. Keldon Johnson, his last 3 games, I believe, has shot 93% at the charity strip and is averaging 20.7 points per game. So he's definitely stepping up in these last couple of games. And that matters a whole ton to us because we need him to. Wow, what a pass to Zion. How did that even get through? Anderson has a lane. No, he finds Johnson for an open 3. Nice pass, nice shot. The high-scoring first half. Okiki tried to jump the pass. Zion's doubled. Robert Williams posterizes Keldon Johnson like it's nothing. No resistance. Screen comes for Halliburton. He'll fade away on a 3. Why? Sharp. Back iron from downtown. Keldon pulls it down. Vancouver leads by 4 with 3.5 to play here in the first half. Anderson crosses the court and gets the feed. He has an open 3. And this one's off the mark. Murphy off the screen, pulls the trigger. That one hits back iron, and we do come down with it. A lob up to Anderson from the baseline. Yes, sir. What a pass as those two link up again. Schultz to Jalen Williams. He's a bit hurt out there, but he finds Eduardo Diaz for 3. We can't let the 5'9" guys score. If any of you guys watched the Scouts series before this one, then you might know that having short guys on your team does not work because they get blocked a whole lot. Anderson, though, an offensive putback. How about that? 5-point lead for the Woodsmen with 2 minutes to play here in the first half. I mean, Diaz has shot 41% this year, so he's definitely not having a good season, but averaging 7 and 7 is pretty solid. Anderson over Franklin. Tough shot. I don't like that look. And Sharp will push the tempo, and his shot is up and in. 21 points here in the first half. I don't even know how to stop him. Every time we play him, except for that one time in the playoffs, like one game in the playoffs, he played poorly. But aside from that, he's hard to stop. He's a good shooter. Anderson wide open. Well, I guess that's how you just keep on scoring. He's got 17. Jalen Williams trying to respond. Yes, we got a barn burner here, fellas. Pollard finds Anderson. Nice pass and nice cut as well. Williams takes the screen and fires again, but he can't do more damage, but Franklin will. Another offensive board for New Orleans after a stop. Herman Pollard has the ball. Okiki sets the screen. Okiki fires a 3 and knocks it down. Nice shot. That will be our last shot here in the half. Eduardo Diaz. What does he do to end this first half? It's going to be a shot for him, I think. Yep, he just jacks it up. We lead by 6 at the break. A high-scoring affair. 69-63. I would love some better defense, and I would love the offense to keep it going, but I'm afraid we probably should not expect that in the second half. Things usually change. The third quarter gets underway as all the star players have, made some nice plays for both teams. So it really comes down to who can get the most defensive stops, because I'm not sure that it's going to be easy for us to stop them or for them to stop us. As Sharp, as you see here, scores the first bucket of the first or of the second half. Anderson cuts. Halliburton's wide open there in the corner. Please hit it. Yes. Sharp with it. Got the switch to Payne. This is bad. Diallo, out of a shot, finds Zion. He's going to score this. No, he's not. He tried to go for a reverse no-look layup. That was honestly poor shot selection. We'll take it. Sharp, by the way, has averaged 20 points per game this year, but he shot 51%. And Keldon Johnson is shooting better than that this game. My God. Nice shot. 10-point game. Sharp in the paint now. Trying to attack Halliburton. He gets by him. He already got 25. 11 for 16. Kind of a Jalen Green-esque performance from our last game. Anderson cuts and gets the feed. And he's blocked by Sharp and just somehow doesn't even pick up the board. It was right there on his chest. Zion, bucket plus the foul on the other end. Free throw, up and good. Just like that, it's cut to 5. Halliburton spins, gets below the rim, easy layup. Tyrone Murphy takes the screen and fires from deep, and he'll knock it down too. After a Time Lord foul is fourth, he'll stay in there, and we turn the ball over. How is that theirs? Come on, Vanderbilt. How does this happen every game, man? There's always an inbounding turnover. It's infuriating. And how does that get by Payne? Just jump in front of the pass, man. There's no way that should get through. 2-point game. Halliburton throws it right to Sharp. Who are you looking at, man? You're pissing me off. Time Lord scores, game's tied like nothing ever mattered. Anderson crosses the courts. Open 3 ball, it's good. We're back in front. Sharp goes back to Franklin, and he's stripped of the ball by Halliburton. Great play on defense. That's a great steal. Gonna be a cutter play by Anderson. It's gonna be a free 2 points for him. Yes, sir. Zion over Payne. He's fouled and he got the bucket. How do you stop him? If Payne can't stop Zion, then genuinely who can? Not that anybody, should be stopping him, but he's having a field day down there, man. I just know the second that we miss a couple of shots in a row, we're going to be losing. What Keldon Johnson says, not quite yet. Zion working on Payne again. He's blocked. There it is. But of course he just gets it right back. Do they score here? I'm guessing yes. It's going to be a Sharp 3. Or a mid-ranger. He left it short. Instead, Zion gets the points. Halliburton had Payne wide open. Instead, he finds Anderson. Off the screen. He won't fire over Sharp yet. He goes to Vandy. Back to Keldon Johnson. Passing a lot. Vanderbilt for 3. He's not known for those. The Pelicans can tie it up or get back in front by 1. Look at the rebound numbers. 15 for us, 20 for them. We're halfway through the third quarter. Sharp. Literally can't be stopped, man. How is that even a foul? I can't believe this, man. I can't. This is insane. 0 defense being played whatsoever. And now we're losing. Payne, please don't attack the rim. What are you doing, man? Thankfully, the ball touched Franklin while he was out of bounds, but why are you trying to beat him off the dribble? That's not your move. We inbound with Vanderbilt. He'll go to Keldon Johnson. Anderson has it poked out. He gets back to it. He has to fire over Sharp, and it's good. Dylan Williams to Zion. How do we stop him? How? Payne sets the screen. Anderson goes back to him, but he can't finish the layup. Franklin gets the stop on the defensive end. Zagorach pushes, trying to find Zion, but Halliburton's there for the steal. Halliburton, time counting down. Finds Carney for 3. Not this time. Screen from Zion. We don't cover it too well. And Zagorach scores. Screen for Halliburton. He takes it. Over Diaz, down low, got it. Gorac, deep shot. Not a good look. Kiki sets the screen. Carney fires for three. Just missed it. It rattled out. It's pretty much online. We're going to watch a defensive play as Gorac cuts in. Gets a nice pass from Zion. We're down by 3. We're going to sim ahead to the fourth quarter with 9 minutes to go. We jump to the fourth quarter. Just under 9 to go. New Orleans leads by 3 with the ball. 105 to 102. Gonna come down to the wire, I feel like, unless one team pulls away somehow, but neither team has played good defense whatsoever, as you can tell by the score. Diallo off the screen. Throws it right to Payne, trying to go to Zion over the top. Over to Anderson. Clear path to the rim. He lays it in. 1 point game. Sharp feeds Zion. Against Payne. Blocked! And now we actually get the not the offensive board, but the defensive board. Okay. Stop number 1. Odin Johnson with the ball. Goes to Vanderbilt. He pulls the trigger. Why is he shooting? He missed it and got his own board back at least. Payne comes over. Halliburton steps back and throws it right to Franklin. We cannot turn the ball over in the most crucial moments of the season. We can't. Murphy hesitates, then attacks. Now passes to Zion. They count the shot. No way, that's a shooting foul. Jesus Christ. The plays that the Pelicans are making this game is absolutely unreal. I can't believe what I'm watching. Anderson off the screen, pulls the trigger. It's just off. Another screen from Zion. Diallo takes a horrible shot. Halliburton hands off to Anderson. Shot clock winding down. He's going to shoot this for 3. That time it drops. It's back to 1. Wow, Sharp just blows by Halliburton, man. He gets whatever he wants. Literally gets whatever he wants. 30 points for him. I don't know who to put on him, as Payne misses a mid-range jumper. Because I don't think it matters who you put on Sharp. Halliburton is our best starting defender on the perimeter, and this is just bad, man. It's bad. They're going to feed Zion down low. They got a mismatch somehow. He missed it. We got so lucky. Screens for Halliburton. He hesitates, steps back. He finds Payne. He has to fire over Williams, which he does, and he scores. That's a big shot. 5 minutes to go in regulation. Vancouver down by 1. I might switch Vanderbilt to Shadon Sharp if possible. That could give us a mismatch against Robert Williams, so I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. Let's at least see what happens for a couple of plays. Let's put Halliburton on Tyrone Murphy. On Sharp, we will put Vanderbilt, a very good perimeter defender and paint defender. And then on Williams, let's just keep this kind of ambiguous. Actually, I don't want Keldon Johnson on him. I'll put Anderson on him, but if they start to feed him down low, that could be a concern, but he's not much of an offensive player. So we'll see if that change makes a difference at all, and if they immediately try to attack Anderson down low, then I will obviously fix that, but we won't even see it until the next possession. But Zion over Payne, got it. Halliburton fires over Murphy, good. We're keeping ourselves within 1 score. So now we have Vanderbilt guarding Sharp. We're double teaming. That's not part of the game plan. Zion finds Tyrone Murphy. They did not find the open look in time, thankfully. Murphy with it. To Sharp. He has to fire. And he missed it. Okay, it worked that time, I think. Mismatch down low for Payne. Feed him. Back him down, Payne. Yes. And score. We're in front by 1. 3.5 to go. They're going to feed Zion. I dare you to fade away. Nope, instead he's fouled from behind. How does Payne get behind him somehow? I don't understand how that works. Just kind of random. First free throw good though. And once again, like, if Payne doesn't block him, they score. 21 points in the second half alone for Zion. He's got 34, obviously. Keldon Johnson attacks the rim, then goes back out. Halliburton for three. Online! Big shot! And a 2-point lead for the Woodsmen. Holy cow. I'm on the edge of my seat. My heart's pounding. Sharp almost lost it. He gets it back and finds Murphy for three, but he can't hit. And a chance for us to increase our lead. A bucket here would go a long way. Anderson missed it, but Vanderbilt's there on the glass and in for two. Huge play. After a Pelicans timeout, they bring all 5 starters back out there. So no big changes for them. Zion, the step back. Missed it. Here's our chance. Increase our lead, fellas. Come on, we can do this. Halliburton attacks the rim, getting by Murphy. Let's go. He's stepping up here the last couple of plays. 25 for Tyrese Halliburton, 9 for 15 from the field. 2 minutes to go, but game's not over yet. Murphy trying to work on Halliburton. Blocking him down so far, and he stepped out of bounds. A boneheaded play will turn the ball over. Back to Vancouver. Wow. The play for Anderson. Halliburton finds him. He's covered well by Sharp. Screen from Vandy. Anderson fades away. He just missed it. Oh, another one that just rolls around the rim. Pelicans aren't done yet. Down by 6 with it. Less than 90 seconds left. Murphy trying to do too much maybe, but he did draw the foul. Oh, God. First free throw. Up and good. They have not missed theirs when they've had their chance at the charity stripe. He knocks down both. 4-point game. Halliburton crosses. We find him. Now a screen from Vanderbilt. Anderson over Sharp for three. No, Payne gets the board. Huge putback. That is such an important bucket. You have no idea. Or you might actually have an idea, but that was a massive bucket. 6-point game. They're going to feed Zion. He steps back. He can't dribble now. He has to pass out of it. Diallo has it. Screen from Zion. He pulls the trigger and he scores. Keldon Johnson, please put a hand up, man. 4-point game. 33 seconds left. Payne inbounds to Halliburton, who's fouled. Not in the bonus yet. Payne inbounds again. And he throws it right to Murphy. Payne, what are you doing? He's fouled. No. I can't believe this. There's no way we just did that. Payne, what happened? Where'd your brain cells go, man? No. If we lose this game, I am going to screech. That is unbelievable. The free throws are good from Murphy. Can Vanderbilt inbound correctly? Yes, they're not going to foul until now. That puts us in the bonus. Please hit these, man. You've stepped up in the fourth quarter. You got to keep doing it. First one's good. The second one makes it a 2-score game. It's up, and it's good. 4-point game. They will advance the ball. This team cannot keep doing this to me. Time Lord inbounds. Of course, they won't turn the ball over in a crucial moment like we do. No threes. No threes. Please just get a stop. Murphy is fouled, dude. You're kidding. That's the 5th on Halliburton, too. They're just making me sweat. First free throw, good. Second free throw is up and good. They're going to have to foul. Payne inbounds. I'm terrified. Go to Anderson. We do. Oh my god, that was almost a turnover, but they fouled immediately, so it didn't matter. Whew, my god. First free throw is good. Anderson, does he have ice in his veins at the charity stripe? Yes. The Pelicans just jack up a shot. Murphy hits it. Are you serious? No, please. Please, no. Vanderbilt inbounds to Anderson. More free throws. No. Absolutely not. Don't do this to me. 2 more free throws for Anderson. First one drops. He needs more ice in his veins. And he hits them both. No timeouts for the Pelicans and 10 seconds left. Murphy brings it up. He goes to Diallo. He pump fakes, then fires and missed it. We pull it down, and that is the game. Wow. What a win. 128 to 125 over a very good Pelicans team, but does this win even matter? Did this make a difference in trying to secure the 1 seed? It definitely affects our seeding in general, but how does it affect the 1 seed? Before we check that though, box scores for this game. Zion had 34 on 14 for 20 shooting. Shadon Sharp had 30 on 13 for 20 shooting, and Tyrone Murphy had 19 points. The Woodsmen got 39 for Simon Anderson on 13 for 22 from the field. Great day. Halliburton stepped up as well, 27 and 10 on 9 for 15. Keldon Johnson had 15 points on good shooting. Carney had 11 off the bench. Payne had 10 and 12 with 3 steals, 2 blocks, and huge stops down the stretch where he could get them. We had some big shots for Vandy, Okeke, Pollard. I mean, everybody stepped up. They made the plays where they had to. Nobody played poorly, and we got the win. That's how it's done. Before we even see our seeding, we're going to be seeing the awards. So we're not even going to find out until we see the bracket. So here we go. And it looks like Luka wins MVP out of nowhere. He was like 3rd place the whole year. Calvin Gordon was the favorite for most of it. All of a sudden, Luka wins it again, averaging 24, 9, and 9 on the season. Leroy Kent wins Rookie of the Year with 14 and 8 stat line. Dalen Terry wins 6th Man of the Year. Giannis wins Depoy. Payne was not even in the running pretty much. Julio Haywood of the T-Wolves gets Most Improved Player. And Logan Schmidt of the Celtics wins Coach of the Year. And Alexander Pennell wins Executive of the Year, but that's not for us. All-NBA First Team. Luka Doncic, John Morant, Paolo Banchero, Evan Mobley, and Calvin Gordon. All-NBA Second Team. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Zion, Enrique Rivera, and Dyson Daniels. All-NBA Third Team. LaMelo Ball, Cade Cunningham, Jabari Smith Jr., Scotty Barnes, and Karl Anthony Towns. I wish that Anderson could have made it, but apparently not. All-Defensive First Team. Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons, Giannis, Mobley, and Calvin Gordon. All-Defensive Second Team. Chet Holmgren, Ben Caro, JJJ, Dyson Daniels, and Shadon Sharp. All-Rookie First Team. Leroy Kent, Terrell Simpson, Gordon Dunn, Jonathan George, and Drew Ewing. All-Rookie Second Team. Alton Nichols, Kobe Red, Travis Franklin, KC Wood, and Stan Barkley. That is it for the All-NBA teams, and now we're going to find out what our seeding is. And it's not the first overall seed. It belongs to the San Antonio Spurs. We have number 2. It looks like the Spurs did end up having the tiebreaker over us. We had the same record as them and the Warriors. We had the tiebreaker over the Warriors, but not over the Spurs. So really watching that game didn't make much of a difference because they had already clinched before we had watched. But Golden State gets seed number 3. Denver's the 4. Pelicans at the 5. And Phoenix at the 6. In the play-in, you've got the Clippers, the Trailblazers, the Mavericks, and the Grizzlies. Over in the East, the Celtics are the 1, Cleveland is the 2, the Wizards are the 3, Pistons 4, Milwaukee 5, Pacers 6. And then in the play-in tournament over there, you've got Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Charlotte, and Atlanta. We're going to sim the play-in real quick. And we are going to face the Clippers in the first round again. We faced them 3 years ago in the first round. We beat them in 5, and then we moved on and would lose in the second round. Now they're back again as the 7 seed. Who do they have, though? They have Drew Ewing, Ingram, Ellis Wright IV, Paolo Pacciani, Gordon Dunn, Jaden Hardy, Obi Toppin. They definitely have a roster worthy of a playoff spot, for sure. By the way, this was our best record in team history, because last year we were 50-32, and this year we're 51-31. So a 1-game improvement, but I imagine if we keep most of this team around, which I do want to do, then we will start off with much better team chemistry than we did this year, because if you guys recall, we were off to a bad start this year, and it was because we had low team chemistry and because we had a couple of players on the team that weren't worth anything. So there's that too. So how did our team rank in terms of just overall stats across the board? Well, we had the 3rd best record, and we are oddly enough ranked above the Spurs for some reason, but that's not accurate. So we really have the 4th best record across the league. 2nd best in the conference, obviously. In terms of points per game, we were 8th in the league, but it was really bad in the first half, and we played a whole lot better offense in the second half of the season. We really turned things around. Points allowed per game, we had a top 6 defense at number 6, 106.3 points per game. In terms of differential, we were top 5, with the Cavaliers, Celtics, Warriors, and Spurs all above us. In terms of field goal percentage, the Pelicans lead that, which honestly, after watching that game, that makes a whole lot of sense. But the Woodsmen are ranked 9th in the league. In terms of 3-point percentage, we are number 3 in the league behind the Warriors and the Hawks, just below 40%. At the charity stripe, we are top 6 for the first time in the series. Maybe top 10 for the first time in the series. We don't see that very often. Rebounds per game are a little bit inflated. Not sure how to fix it, but we are middle of the pack at 18th. Assists per game, 26 per game for us, which is 20th, but I will say that I saw a stat a couple days ago in game where we were averaging about 30 assists per game the past like 4 to 5 weeks. So it's really not accurate to our team as of right now. But those numbers have gone up from like 22, 23 a game to 26 over the course of the season after a slow start. So you see how we have definitely passed the ball better in recent months. Steals per game, we're middle of the pack. Blocks per game, we're in the bottom half of the league for that category. We aren't very high at all in second chance points. In terms of points in the paint per game, we are 13th. And in terms of our bench, probably have one of the weakest offensive benches because of how it was to start the season. That is still the case. And in the regular season, Anderson got to 26 points per game on the year for the first time since 2 years ago, thanks to a phenomenal second half. He has played some amazing basketball, and he's a big reason why we have played so much better these last couple of weeks. I mean, look at this. He's having his second best career year in terms of shooting percentage. He's having a second best 3-point shooting year as well. And he's shooting his best ever at the charity stripe. And he's playing about a minute less than last year. So he put a better team around him this year, and he plays better. Go figure. Tyrese Halliburton, 19.9 and 9.9 in the regular season. Both of those guys played the entire season. He shot 44% from the field and 39% from 3. He was awesome. Keldon Johnson played and started every game except for one. He averaged 15.8 and 5. I definitely want to keep him around. He's been a huge reason why this team has been winning recently. And he's got his shooting up above Halliburton up to 45-46%. And he's shooting 37 from downtown. Payne, averaging 13.7 and 12.5, 1.2 steals, 1.9 blocks, and 49% from the field. A phenomenal year for him, his best of his career. Joel Carney having the best year of his young career with 11.3 points off the bench and shooting 43%, which is 40% better than last year. 4%, not 40. That's way too much. But he's also shot 38, 39 from deep, definitely better than last season, and has been a big key off the bench. Herman Pollard, 8.2 and 5 off the bench, averaging 43% from the field and 42% from deep. Good to see that. Bulwa was playing well before he got hurt. Zubac with 4.8 and 6.1 off the bench, shooting about 60%. And Todd Graves obviously has not played since the early goings of the season, so we won't be seeing him until we absolutely have to. Vanderbilt, as a starter, 7.1 boards, 1.9 steals, and he's shooting above 50%, and he's not shooting that often, which is, essentially how it always works with him. So that is your stat update on the season. Let's look at the advanced stats real quick. And it looks like Anderson leads us in PER at 23, with Halliburton close behind, as well as efficiency. And both guys, especially Anderson, are so close to having an outstanding game score. If he has 20, that means that he has been playing outstanding, but he is 0.5 shy of that. Tyrese Halliburton, 18.4 game score. Then behind him is Payne, then Keldon Johnson, then Carney, Pollard, and Bulwa to show you guys, who is putting up the most stats. In terms of pure point rating, Halliburton leads that category widely. In terms of usage, Anderson, Carney, and Halliburton all in the same tier there, which I think is good for us. And estimated wins added, 17.9 for Anderson and 15.7 for Halliburton. I want to go see what that is across the league because that is really high. So, EWA for league leaders. Looks like Luka actually is destroying this category. Him and Calvin Gordon each have 25. You got Zion, Nikola Jokic, John Morant, Cade Cunningham, Jabari Smith there at 7th. Jalen Duren at 8th. Wow. So he's actually having a phenomenal season. Trae Young at 9th. Jadon Sharp at 10th. Melo at 11th. The Nuggets have 3 players in the top 11. Are you serious? Then Jalen Green. And then Anderson comes in at 13th in the entire league. And then a few spots behind him, we should find Halliburton at 20th. So we got 2 top 20 players in terms of adding wins to our team. Sounds good to me. Most teams don't even have one. So heading into game 1 of the playoffs, it looks like Ellis Wright IV, who has played every game and started each one, is the top scoring option for the Clippers with 19 points per game. So here is my game plan. I haven't really set anything up yet, but if we can lock down Ellis Wright, and I'm going to try and put Vanderbilt on him, if we can lock him down and we can lock down BI, then the chance of us winning is very high because Palapacciani is a very spotty player. We have seen him before. We know how he plays. Drew Ewing is not shooting very well. He does have 15 badges, but we'll have Halliburton guard him. Then they also have Jaden Hardy coming off the bench, shooting 42%. Like, they don't really have guys who are shooting all that well. So if we can lock down Ellis Wright IV and BI, then we can win. Now, they're also starting Gordon Dunn at center, and he's averaging just below 11 and 10, and I think Payne will have no trouble guarding him. So, this is their team. I think it's probably a pretty good matchup for us, and it probably should be considering that we're the 2 seed. So, we will start part 1 of round 1 next episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and please like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts down below on the episode and on the team, on the playoffs, on the entire series in general, and we will pick this up next time out. I'll see you guys then. Peace.